everybody! It's us! It's me and us. We're the Dead Unicorn, and we're playing Planescape. We're playing The Endless Staircase, and we're glad you're here with us. I'm glad. Everybody glad? No, just me.
Sure. Yeah, huh?
Just me. But I'm glad you're here watching us. We're playing The Endless Staircase. It's Planescape, where these jokers are running around like the multiverse of Dungeons and Dragons. And we're going to get to exactly where they are and what they're doing in a second. We're going to do something called the 30-second recap. You're going to love it, I promise. But before we do that, I'm going to thank my patrons who are scrolling right over here, right? They're awesome, and they help support the channel, and they get cool things like, I don't know, they can vote for their favorite character. And today's favorite character is... Who is today's favorite character? Give me 1 second, I gotta go look it up.
I don't remember who I picked.
Did I use
It's Hyrule!
Oh,
Yeah, that's
hey.
who I picked.
So if you like playing this, if you like watching us, which we have very few views.
Nobody
like-
wants to watch D&D.
No one wants to watch D&D. Everybody wants to watch my Legend of the Five Rings game, and it's a good game. But so is my D&D game. It's just D&D's everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure people are looking for something new.
Everyone loves laughing at Rice Daddy.
So Hyrule, you are the proud owner of an instant win today. Congratulations.
I am so excited.
If you want to vote for your favorite character, go become a Knight Patron over at the Order of Dead Unicorn. And there's also lots of free stuff there, like adventures and cool plants, fantasy plants, all sorts of stuff. We do a lot of stuff there. Yeah, so let's begin with our 30-second recap. I'll start, like always. And as always, at the end, you say the person you want to go next. By the way, let me introduce everybody. I didn't even do that. So, playing Iceling, the halfling is Sarah. Playing Geppetto, the gnome is Matt. Playing Reese, the Aarakocra is Howard. Playing Hyrule, the human, is Tarek. And playing
Who is now
Bronwyn,
visible. Thank you very much.
and playing
Oh,
Bronwyn,
yes, I see you.
the Bronwyn, the dwarf, is Crystal. 30-second recap starts right now. So these guys are on the Endless Staircase. It goes up and down the multiverse with lots of doors that they can go into different worlds. They are right now in Maloft. It is a terrible world of mountains and rivers. The rain is black and slick. There are creatures in the water that are scary and Cthulhian, and they came to a city on the river where people have worms in them, and they're bald. And they're all bald because there's something called the Dark Dweller that lives underground that transports people wherever they want to go. But first, he has to purify you. And that's more than 30 seconds. That was not a... That timer
Your
didn't work.
timer, what did you set that for, an hour?
Apparently. Jeez. Anyways,
I noticed it said 1 and then a colon and some zeros, and I was like, I thought he said 30 seconds, but
Somehow there was an error that brought a semicolon in.
it was 1 hour,
Semicolons don't
30
belong in
seconds. That's what I put it at. Okay, let's get this right. You know what, Howard, you're next. Ready, set, go.
so I'm completely boned because all the little hairs on feathers were burned off of me. I'm an Aarakocra who no longer flies because the stupid god thing couldn't remember if whether or not it had done this to birds and what had happened to the birds because it's a stupid godlike moron, and I hates it. We hates it. Hey,
It
Geppetto,
has a
you go.
bird brain.
My timer didn't work.
Yeah, I didn't care. Geppetto, go.
Corey's just bad at timers.
Alright, after seeing his friend Reese experience that, Geppetto is planning to help him out by doing a little bit of a cantrip mending, see if that helps out. And let's see, Geppetto just recently went through the cleansing at the behest of everyone else, just making sure that no one would get brainwashed by the Dark Dweller, and it turns out that it was just a surface level cleansing, cures illnesses, but also strips you of your hair. So, huzzah, hooray. Bronwyn.
Ready?
Yes. Last time, Reese and Geppetto went above ground to the town while everyone else went with the Dark Dweller and got cleansed. In the cleansing, Bronwyn regrew her eaten arm, which is pretty awesome. Yeah.
Not bad.
At the town, Reese managed to say something to get himself captured as a prisoner, and we had to free him for a price. So,
Next.
yeah. Why don't we have Hyrule talk about that?
Yeah, so Hyrule did not have any special thing happen to him when he went through the portal because he didn't really need anything special to happen to him, but it was nice. It was fine. It was fine. Like 7 out of 10. Would not do again, or would do again. Yeah, I'd go again. Then we went to the town, and in the town, yeah, Howard said some things that may have been a joke, but his mic cut out, and so we didn't get the joke part. We just got the you're going to prison part. And then I had to give up my flute, and Crystal had to give up a bracer, and
Next.
we got him out. We sprung him. Go ahead,
Okay.
Sarah.
I think I'm the only one left. Yeah. All right. So because we had to use our weapons as collateral, we're now supposed to go spy on the town that this other town is at war with. And I'm sorry, I forgot the names, but basically, if we go and bring back the information they want, we're supposed to get our items back. But I believe Rist has some ethical issues with that, so we were kind of discussing whether or not we should actually do that.
All right, that's it. Good job. Sarah, since you're the only one saying that you have to spy on another town, which is the important information, you get an inspiration if you don't have an inspiration.
If you already have one, then Comrade will take one from you.
No. So, everybody has emerged from the cave of the Dark Dweller, and you may or may not see this. Actually, I don't think you do. So, this realm is in complete darkness. There's no stars, there's no moon, there's no sun. So you have to use torches to see, but you do see a lit town down in a dry valley, a dry gully.
Oh, a dry spot.
Yes, because the people who live here are mostly human, and
Humanish.
you see, y'all can make a perception check. Actually, make a
Sure.
All of us?
yeah.
Okay.
The thing I do best.
Perceive.
Looking at things.
Is perception a skill, or shouldn't it be something like strength or constitution?
You would think so.
To see in the night?
So,
Something inherent to you.
so everybody who rolled over a 10 can see that there are actually little groups that one place is the town, and one place seems to be a regimented group.
You
Like
mean
an
like
army.
a
What?
fortress?
Can you repeat that description, Corey? One place seemed to be what?
One place seemed to be like a town. You can even spot, if you made over a 10, you can even spot some tents and some buildings. And another
Yeah.
place looks like a regimented group.
Group.
Yes. Like it's an organized area.
So like a military encampment, maybe?
That's a good hypothesis.
I share that aloud. That looks like a military encampment.
Oh, you're right.
What's that? I have it. Bird eyes.
Eagle eyes.
Well, that's why you're our scout. Of course. That and the wings, but,
Well, speaking of that,
Looking
I have
really angry.
So
That's why I brought it up.
Geppetto knows mending doesn't do a damn thing about whatever's happened to anybody unless he wants to mend something that's been damaged by the process, which will work.
Yeah. You can't take a piece of feather, put it back on, and mend it because the other pieces were burned to nothing.
What he needs is a restoration spell.
Yes.
Greater restoration would definitely do it. I don't know if lesser will restore something that's burned off.
I think we talked about that last time, and I think lesser restoration should creature that can end one disease or one condition afflicting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned, but I'm pretty sure there could be some leeway with it at the GM.
That's up to Corey, but I know that Greater can put an arm back on. So there's no question of whether or not Greater can do it. The question is, can Lesser do it? That's up to Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Probably depending on how well
if
I
it was
roll.
me, I
is
would
my
say
best
no.
guess.
There's no roll. You either do
you
it or
just
not.
say I cast it to see if it works.
All right. I will have Geppetto cast it on Riss.
All right, mark off the spell. Mark off your spell slot that you used it. All right, Geppetto begins to do his druidic ritual around Reese.
I look a little uncomfortable because I have no idea why he's waving sticks at me or whatever.
And as he calls upon the spirits of the air and the earth, little motes of dust little rocks begin to rise up, and then they all fall down. And you're itchy.
Uh-oh.
Are his feathers growing back?
He's got the bird mange.
Does it feel like? Is it that same feeling that I in real life am feeling with my beard coming in?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Well, hopefully that'll help with your feathers.
I think it did, but I think it's still going to take time to grow.
Okay, might accelerate it.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be back in
Or
a
if
few
that
days
was
instead of a
burned
few
scar
weeks.
tissue, then you may have healed it.
All right. Well, we'll see if it works within the next few days or so. Hopefully
Oh yeah,
less.
it's going to look really gross in a few days.
Tiny little feathers coming out.
Right, nobody mentioned Reese's feathers. Got it.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
thankfully
look
I have a
straight at
big
the feathers.
coat,
Yeah.
a big floppy hat, a full mask. You really won't see much of me other than the wings, which look horrible. Big, just
Little
flappy,
plucked chicken
fleshy
wings.
things. Oh my God.
Okay.
You probably look like a baby eagle, in the face.
Just the wings, though.
With
The
those
rest of it
big
just
eyes
looks like
on the
a-
sides.
I imagine I just look exactly like a plague doctor, really, to be honest, like Corey had said the other game before last.
So you look cool.
Except for his
Except for the
weird
big,
wings.
those bald wings.
Right?
Well, did Aarakocra without feathers have that black skin some birds have, or do they have pale skin?
Yeah, I'll leave it to you. I get to
don't
pick.
know.
You go with black skin.
It's your character, man. You pick.
Well, you asked about Aarakocra in general,
I don't
but
know.
if I get to pick, sure.
I've
black
seen a
skin
lot of
is
different
Yeah, yeah,
variations
yeah.
when it
You're-
comes to
Does he
feathers.
look like a plucked chicken?
Look, man, I don't want to dictate what the hell your character looks like. I know in some games, game masters get weird with it. They're like, okay, in some games I've been, if you drop trow, they'll roll to see what your genital size is or something like that. And I'm always like,
These are important things.
important, very important. But I'm just like,
yeah.
Random, like
I'm
real
just
life.
like, it's your character. You get to describe them however you want.
You
By
don't
the
need
way, my
fate to
10-year-old is
intervene to tell
watching.
you what your junk looks like.
That wants to know, wouldn't that just be a definition of your charisma? And the answer is no. So your charisma measures the force of your personality. Whether you're good looking or not is up to you.
That's right.
Yeah, you're rolling that 20. A complete log drops
There
on the
used
bench.
to be a stat in first edition AD&D called comeliness.
That was an add-on. I think it was the Unearthed Arcana that added that.
It was an optional rule, yeah. Yeah, and comeliness
Because
was
in Earth
your
Arcana
physical
also
beauty.
added the Barbarian, which was awesome.
So, you guys, you're in the darkness, and you see before you the light below. As you are higher up on the ridge.
As we're traveling, I'm going to whisper to Geppetto, if you healed actual damage, like scar tissue, you may need to cast that spell on everybody who wants to have hair again.
If they want their hair back, I mean, they're more than welcome to
Oh,
ask.
it looks pretty good on Bronwyn. Just saying.
Is this a whisper or just normal talking?
Yeah, I'm whispering Geppetto, but I'm whispering in a lowered version of my usual squawky voice. If you want to make a perception check and hear it, I don't mind.
Nah, I'm not a snoop.
I will say, Pyro probably looks super creepy right now.
He's got the scale head.
The scaled skin on his head with like little.
I don't know. I think we're probably tied in the hideous factor.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I think I'm
naked chicken.
winning.
Or naked
I look
eagle.
like
Yeah.
I look like a Skeksis. If you remember what happened to
Ew, not cute. No.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, nah.
Great reference there, though.
There is actually a playable race in Dungeons and Dragons that is a Skeksis. They're called, what are they called? Oh god, I forgot what they're called. They're in a book called Top Ballista. That's where you can find it. They're
I've seen
actual
that.
Skeksis.
I'm not going to say anything about how I acquired this, but I have a PDF of it.
I know how you got it. then.
Nagpa. That's what they're called, I believe. I believe they're called Nagpa.
We had a bad roommate put things into my computer.
Yeah, that was it. That was
Shame.
it, right.
Yes.
Top Ballista is really cool. It's like
Addicted.
a floating island with like gnomes that have World War II fighters. And pegatars. What's not to love? And
what's a
Skeksis.
pegatar?
It's a centaur Pegasus.
Ah, okay. Sounds fun.
It's
And
interesting.
the aerodynamics, I can't imagine.
Would the wings be properly on the horseback?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Because it seems like that would just rip him off.
Yeah, the wings are on the horseback, not angel wings.
Ooh.
And he looks like a flying emu or something.
That's an interesting question. What happens if you cut a person across his torso, removing him from his centaur body? Would anyone know that's not just a decapitated horse and a half a dude?
Probably not.
There might be some questions on where the other parts went, but
Yeah, where the other
Stew.
organs are stored, technically.
We've done a transplant.
Yes, like, do they have extra lungs? And, well, you know, all of those internal
I don't
organs
know.
that are in the torso? Do they have double?
I'll have you know, my torso is filled with nothing but love.
You know, there are threads. There are lots of threads about Dungeons and Dragons, like natural evolution, and going down that route, you have to think that adventurers are an evolutionary pressure. Otherwise, there need no such thing as like cloakers or mimics.
yeah.
Good point.
They've created such a tiny like microcosm of chaos in the animal world.
Yeah. But of course, that's not how Dungeons and Dragons works. Every creature is not evolved, it's created by a god for one of their specific purposes. A god
Or
wanted this
bored
creature there.
magicians. You forgot that wizards are also attributed to the creation of most
Oh,
aberrations.
You're right, those two. Actually, aberrations are the one thing that aren't created by the gods or wizards. They come from outside the multiverse.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
But monstrosities, They are made by wizards, definitely.
That's what
Okay, so we're on a
wizards love their
mountain ridge
monstrosities.
looking down at a town.
Anyone care to invade?
Filled with atrocity.
So,
Instead of
maybe-
a parrot, it looks like you've got a cat on your shoulder.
This is familiar.
maybe we should come up with a reason why we're coming to town.
Lost.
Lost pilgrims. I would probably go with that explanation. Considering
Lost,
that
sure.
It's not even really alive, if you think about it.
But won't they just try to send us on our way to where we're actually going then?
Sure,
don't
but
have a
that gives
reason
us
to
time to
stay?
spy before we leave, right? We look around, hey, we saw things, we leave.
Maybe we
Unless you wanna join
stumbled
forces with these
into
guys.
a portal and ended up here.
Sure. Or we just tell them, hey, we don't like these people we just saw. What information should we give them about you so they screw up in their next attack?
You really think we should be picking sides?
I'm gonna pick the side of the people that dislike the people I dislike.
Well, I could see why you'd be annoyed at them considering they threw you in jail, but I did tell you to shut up.
Maybe it
I
would be
didn't say anything that bad.
maybe it would be worthwhile to investigate the individuals who live here first. Have some conversations with people, see what their lifestyle is like.
Yeah, I can let the plan evolve as we go. Sure.
Perhaps they are evil and machinacious and need to be plotted against. Who knows?
Or they could all be just like that hot tiefling chick you like, and maybe you'd be, trying to set up people that you would end up enjoying.
Precisely, but we'll never know if we do not experience them. That is all I'm saying.
Well, yes,
wanna
we
experience
certainly
them.
can't pick a side without meeting them.
Exactly. Either way, we're going to need information on these people. So let's just get to work and go meet them.
Okay.
Okay, where are you headed? The town or the regiment?
I think we're gonna head towards the town that looks
Let's
friendlier.
head to town first.
Okay.
Yeah, less likely to be attacked.
Well, quick question. I mean, we see the regiment and we see the town. Does it look like there's like a main road, perhaps, that the regiment is guarding to protect the town? Does it look like going around the regiment to the town might look like we tried to purposely avoid it? You know what I mean?
Can you see?
I saw the regiment in
mean-
the town earlier with my 20 on perception, so I
Yeah.
know where they are.
But I mean, do you have dark vision?
No, but that only goes out 60 feet anyway.
Okay.
You can ask
I,
that
well, yeah,
question.
but it can tell you if there's like a road or something. All you can see are lights, and you can make inferences about those lights.
Yeah, I assume we're more than 60 feet away to begin with, though.
Yes.
Well,
So-
Geppetto has dark vision and got a 19. I have dark vision and got a 14.
But you're not asking the question about roads. You don't know if there are roads or not. There are no lanterns on these roads to mark roads.
Does the route forward towards the town look any more or less perilous than the route towards the military-styled encampment?
You are unsure of
Are
what
you asking us that question?
what each of those entail. You are blind unless you
Right.
create light source.
I am going to make
I have a
torch.
lantern
I
on me.
actually assumed I had made one when we're in the dark. You can assume
The Dark
as DM,
Dweller-
if we're in the dark.
The Dark
and I
Dweller
can't see.
kind of destroyed. First off, the Dark Dweller destroyed all your torches.
That's right.
Yeah, he did tell us that. But I assume
You did
when we
say
get
that the
there,
lantern-
The
we wanna
lantern
immediately
still
look
works
for-
though.
Yeah, you said that the lantern would work.
But I'm going to point out, anybody have anything for a torch or a light? Because I can't
Oh
see
yes,
a thing.
it's I have a hooded lantern here.
Oh, Geppetto, let me get your
But you won't-
things.
How
Oh.
would you light it?
Thank you, Bronwyn.
It's already lit. I just need to open it.
No,
I
no, it's
opened
not
the
lit.
slot.
You went through the Dark Dweller area. That puts it out. 'Cause
Okay,
you
well
were
then
moving at
I-
a very
Any
large.
fuel you
clip.
had has been consumed in fire.
So then I press the digitate it open. Boop. And then
You mean
press
on.
the digitate it on.
Okay, poof, you have a lantern. Okay, You see before you there is a path leading down into the valley. It is not, there's no two paths right here, but you can surmise that perhaps it
Probably
branches off in the
town.
future.
So what I'm trying to determine, I'm telling everybody else now, is whether or not if going to town we look like we purposely went around that to get there, if they're protecting, or if they're just nearby and not necessarily something we should have to go through like a checkpoint.
That's a good point. We don't want them coming after us.
I'm
I feel like you
trying to
thought-
look sneaky.
At
I feel like
this
you have thought
point,
this out far more than I have at this point.
My job is literally scouting.
At this point,
And we are
we
glad
only
to
see
have
one
you.
road. It might branch off further down or go through the military encampment before the town. I suppose that's just something that we'll see as we go. Unless... I'll take a look.
Okay, as you're looking
Court-
out, you notice that there is a light in the sky that is coming towards you.
There's a light up there!
The light splits into several lights, and a large buzzing sound accompanies it.
Is this
Oh,
like a
looks like they're
firework?
wasps.
More like the same sound that the wasps make. Giant wasps.
So he's riding something. Somebody's riding a wasp in.
It split from one light into several. So
Is it like an attack formation going on?
if it's a group of wasps, they were very far
Okay.
away to begin
Here's what I'm
with.
going to do, Corey. I'm going to cast Mage Hand and then have the Mage Hand carry the the lantern forward in front of me so that it's not directly illuminating my person.
Right. Okay. So
Interesting.
the lantern floats
go-
on ahead of you.
What, 30 feet from you?
Yeah, 30 feet from me.
Anybody else
And
doing
I'll
anything
put it out
in
30
preparation
feet
of
away
these
from anybody else too.
of these of
Eliminate.
I'm gonna just-
your?
Nope, I'm good.
I'd like to take cover and just hide.
Okay,
Yeah,
make a
like,
stealth.
probably stealth a little bit, just to see what these lit wasps would do. So I'll
Maybe
do a
stealth
stealth.
to hide.
Yeah.
It's dark, so you'll have advantage because it's
Oh,
dark.
cool.
Well, Shipley's donuts.
Okay. Anybody else hiding? The assassin is the only one not hiding with
Oh,
Bronwyn?
sorry. Yes, I'm hiding.
I saw my rolls. I'm not hiding. I just think I'm hiding.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're gonna hide
so
too?
I'm like,
you said we're
Oh,
all we're
are
all
we
rolling
hiding?
stealth with advantage.
Yes.
everybody else is hiding. Sure.
I just disappeared.
Okay. All right. The buzzing gets a lot louder as there are several wasp mounts with riders, and they approach the lantern that's 30 feet away from you guys. And they begin to search the area. And they'll find
do they seem
Reese
hostile?
first with their passive perception instantly.
Right?
Hey, there's a
They're like, "Ah,
bird.
what is this creature?
Ouch, that's rude.
It is ugly."
Oh. Initiative, or are they attacking? Or
No. They're discussing among themselves first. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it.
I will stand up because I'm clear they're probably talking about me.
Oh, he says, "Look, it understands us." Oh, maybe I shouldn't have called it ugly.
I speak to them in the elemental language of air because it's on my character sheet.
Sure. You speak
And
to him in
I
primordial.
I try to make like confused gestures, like ah.
Do you know what it is saying? I do not. Maybe. Is that a language? I think it is the language of the taker of life. It is the language of the taker. Do you follow the taker of life?
I'm gonna
Make a persuasion
stand
roll.
up and pop out and be like, "Oh, Riss,
Well, that's
there
good.
you are.
Start
We've
this
been looking
persuasion
for
roll.
you."
You still want a persuasion roll?
No. It's like, oh, there's another one. Maybe she is the one. Maybe that person is the one who makes the lantern float. What is the meaning of this?
And by this, does it look like they're gesturing at the floating
Oh,
lantern?
of course they are. Yeah.
Or at the featherless bird.
Oh, it's just some simple magic. It's nothing. Just a way to light the path.
Oh, the magic lantern, very nice. We use togo sticks. Very good.
Describe a togo stick?
It's like a quarterstaff with like some feathers on it and some like markings and stuff.
Now we know where your
Nice.
feathers got sent to.
It looks very useful.
Ah, yes. Can hit things far away.
Yes.
What brings
Well-
you out here? Besides Dark Dweller. I see you have made his deal.
Yes. Well,
I
We-
put it in my rings and go, "Grr."
we've stumbled through a portal and found ourselves in this strange realm.
You do not know Melost?
No.
You did not come here purposefully?
No.
You should leave. It is not good to be in Melost if you are not accustomed to Melost.
What? What?
There are many dangers here. The Taker of Life. The Salis.
Safe?
But you can be safe from all of them if you bind yourself to the Velgos.
Tell me about this Taker of Life and Velgos.
The Taker of Life is the water. It permeates the land, whereas the Dark Dweller is the helpful spirit of the protector of Melost. The Taker of Life is his opposite.
Taker of Life is the water.
It lives in every stream, but it is not without its weaknesses. The Salis. It respects the Salis. And if you gain the trust of the Salis, you gain the protection of them from the Taker of Life.
And what are these Salis?
There are creatures that live in the water.
Oh, are they small?
Oh, that is the Valgos.
Oh.
They live with the Saili. They are, I believe, pets of the Sailith? I don't know. But if you bind yourself with with the Valgos, you gain the respect of the Sailith. and the protection of them against the Dark Dweller.
I see.
It is a binding ceremony you'll have to go through. Some of us think it is religious, others necessity. But you will have to visit the obelisk. Mind you, none of these things matter if you leave Mayloft.
Yes. Well, I
I am
definitely
Goro.
don't plan on staying here forever.
I am Goro, visitor.
Of course, my name is Bronwyn.
Bronwyn. And what is your companion?
Chris,
This is Riss.
Reese. Reese.
He likes the chicken.
I have a few other companions somewhere around here who I still need to find.
How did you get separated?
Well, I don't think they see very well in the dark.
I see. Well, you have your lantern.
Yes.
I'll start slowly moving toward the lantern.
So hopefully they will see the lantern and come here.
Right. Hold up.
like moths.
So, like, are we in a like hilly area? Am I like hidden
Hilly?
behind a hill or something?
It's
What?
mountainous all over.
So
There's just like boulders everywhere.
I'll have a little bit of fun, like of getting out of my hiding spot by pretending to go over a cliff. It's like, oh, there's the lantern.
Deception
and then I
check.
just roll down the hill a little bit.
Deception.
Deception. All right.
Deception, please.
All right. Hold on. Let me find that.
Oh, pretty good.
You're a good actor.
As you stumble out, they'll point their staves at you, and their staves will extend.
Oh, hold on. I know these two.
They'll look over at
I was
you
looking
too.
for them.
You'll make the gesture, and they'll be like, their staves will retract.
Ooh. Sorry, we got a little separated in the dark here, but I'm glad to see that they're okay.
Iceling! Hyrule, where are you?
I already walked toward the lantern, so y'all
Oh,
should be
okay.
able to...
Yeah, they didn't notice you.
When she starts calling me, I'll go ahead and walk towards it too.
Okay, y'all come
Like
out.
the last
Here's what I'm
about.
gonna do. I'm gonna say as soon as I realize that nobody's really noticed that I walked up, I go, I've been here the whole time. Is everybody just ignoring me?
It appears your friends are here now.
Yes, this is everyone.
Well, outsiders. I suggest you return, take the Dark Dweller, and go back to where you came from.
Oh. Oh, okay. We are a little interested in this place. Well, I am at least. So, what is it? About Mayloft that makes us. Sorry, I'm trying to come up with like an inquiring idea of what.
We were actually hoping that we could find some place to rest before we travel again. Do you know of any place?
We can set you up for a night if you need to
That would be
rest.
great.
It's
Very
hard to
well.
tell how long we've been walking, considering how dark it's been.
Yeah, this pilgrimage is very.
Down there is the town. We will meet you there. We will find you a place to rest for the night.
Thank you.
Thank
You're very
you.
kind.
But I suggest you leave in the morning.
Of course.
Certainly will.
It is dangerous here. We cannot protect you.
By the
We
way,
understand.
what are all those lights over there? And I'll point toward like the regimented lights.
These are none of your concern. This is a dangerous realm, and those people there are here to protect us.
But we
I
don't have
see.
anything to worry about from them. It's good to know.
All right, they'll
Go to town.
just
Find
fly
a
on
place.
down. They'll just say, follow the road towards the town, and they'll fly down there.
When we get out of earshot, I'll say, this is why I was afraid to say we were lost.
Oh, hold on, I
My
couldn't hear
plan
you
was
because
totally
I froze
different.
over.
My
Well,
play was play dumb and get, see what they did, but I get interrupted.
I'm sorry. I thought you might get put in prison again.
Yeah, they seemed to think you were
Or
some
taken
kind of
as a
traitor.
pet.
They were about to take you off.
Well, we know what kind of people they were.
Well, he seemed quite engaged. That's positive. He was more than willing to answer questions that we had.
Yes.
They don't seem bad.
No, they
not
don't.
They
inherently,
don't
no.
seem like they want to volunteer information either. This may be
That being said, we may get back and find out that they're eating their own children. We don't know anything yet.
true.
We don't know for a fact the city we came from. That's not a practice.
You
That
don't.
is true.
You don't know if their children are tasty. I mean, come on,
Not being so judgy.
Judgy
I feel like God
McJudgerton.
just suggested
We
we
have
should
30 in a litter. There's a
They
lot of them
probably
going
are
around.
Suggested we should
tasty.
eat children.
And they
That's what I'm
taste
hearing.
delicious.
I'm hearing God voices, but I'm an atheist, so I'm not going. Suck it, God.
Which god is it that wants us to eat our children?
All of
Could
them.
just be a ghost.
All of them.
All I'm hearing is the voice. Really? Assuming the divine is weird. It could be.
I wasn't planning to
It could just
taste
be
their
crazy.
children.
As you see the
we all
gods
know
of
Isaac's crazy.
going, like just shaking their heads in their hands, just rolling their eyes, like, of course these mortal. Maybe the gods of the dark realm, but not the light realm. As the gods of the dark realm just like glare at them across the table, you shut your mouth.
By the way, Corey, I keep
Geppetto's at a different table.
I keep floating the mage-handed lantern as often as I need.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like use it to look around and like take in the environment. Fucking.
Okay. Well, on your way down there, doo-doo-doo. You find the fork in the road that lets you go towards the regiment or the town. You're there at that
I
place.
look over at the rest of us, and are the rest of them, and how far away is our? He was just taking us here, right? To this fork in the road.
I believe so.
Well, he was pointing us in the direction of the town, and he told
It's
us
a couple
he went
kilometers.
Ahead of us. Yeah.
about the regiment.
Okay, so we have a choice to make now. Do we go investigate what that force is over there, or do we just continue toward the town?
I imagine if we go to the town, they'll know what the force out there is.
True. Perhaps there's a tavern in this pagan place, and
They
We
have great ideas. I love your thoughts. To the town.
then we'll onward.
I wonder if
Okay.
they brew their. I can't see much plants around here.
You head down to the town, and there is a small wall around the town.
Oh, a small
how
wall.
small?
And outside the wall, you see the wasps that have been corralled, and the people you were talking to that were on the wasps.
How small of a wall? Does it look like it's the kind of a wall that would just be like so that like animals stay in their yard? Or are we talking like there's a guards, we have to go through a particular entrance?
Yeah, that kind. It's a wooden one.
Okay.
Or it's not a wooden one. No. It's stone. They don't have wood here.
I was gonna say,
Stone.
seems like it should be stone.
It's got
There's a
stone
lot of
walls.
stone.
It's not a 10-foot, keep those immigrants out barrier, but it's large enough to imply that you should, as a gentleman, walk up to the guard to go into the town.
Yeah, it's a barrier, and there are like people patrolling it.
Okay.
Will I go up to the entrance?
Goro stops
You'll
you.
walk up there.
I walk right behind her.
Goro stops you. He says, "You come with us."
Ooh.
Hey, I forgot to ask
Okay.
earlier, how many arms does Goro have?
It's not Goro from Mortal Kombat.
Only
All the
two.
ones.
Goro
all
from
the
Mortal
ones.
Kombat has a top knot. These guys have no hair.
That's the point.
Oh
Good
yeah.
point.
Yes.
Hey, Dark Dweller, I need a haircut. Okay.
All right. He takes you within the wall, and he soon takes you to one of the first tents you find, and he says, "This is where you stay. There are some guards out front. It's good.
As a
There's
shrug.
place to sleep. There's food, drink. You'll be fine."
All right, thank you.
Oh,
Goro.
thank you for your help.
You've been very nice. Thanks.
Okay. You walk in. There's rugs and pillows and a table with like food.
And
It's served in like bug shells and stuff, but like
Interesting.
there's like art. Like the poles that hold up the tent are brightly colored.
I'll just look at everything.
He
I
says,
will sniff the free food. If it doesn't smell like any poison I can identify, I begin eating.
"All right, it doesn't taste bad. It's pretty meaty and the guys. Goro says, I hope you enjoy your stay. These guards, they are here for your protection, and they will escort you out when you are fully rested."
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Well, is there any, I don't know how I should ask this question, but where we come from, you typically would ferment some kind of fruit or perhaps a root vegetable of some sort. And, you know what? Never mind.
Oh, you don't think they serve alcohol? Man.
I don't know if they understand what alcohol is. They might not have the same effect on people here.
What exactly are you here to protect us from?
You talk to the guards?
Yeah.
She says, protect you from anything that might harm you.
Is there something here that might harm us? Should we be concerned?
There is lots of things in Velos that harm.
Like what?
Birds, beholders, everything in between.
Really? Wow. Well, we're very grateful to have your protection then.
We take good care of you.
All right,
You've all been very kind.
When you feel fully rested, we will escort you back to the Dark Dweller, and hopefully you can make it back home to where you come from. This
We appreciate
place,
that.
this place. Excuse me. This place is only for the Hanyim. We are the caretakers here. We know how to get around and what is good and what is bad, what to eat and what to not, how to live with the taker of life.
The Hunyan, is that what you call yourselves?
The Hanin.
Ah, okay. It's very interesting.
We are Hanin.
So, are there any other towns around here that are full of other honey?
There are many tribes. And they They are all very... we fight. We fight each other.
Oh.
Why?
It is Maylost.
Like, do you not have any, like, really big villages here in Maylost? Like towns or cities?
We have towns, we have villages. But a city, that would be foolish.
Oh, why would that be?
Do you see farms?
No.
What makes city? How can people live in city and make whatever they want?
Do you
There
have
are no
any-
farms inside city
Do you have any plans?
because there are farms outside city. Make lots of food. Here, not so much. Everyone must survive Maylost. And sometimes other tribes take from other tribes. And we must stop this.
Is that why the tribes fight with each other?
Why else do people fight?
That's a good point. Who gives you the most trouble?
Lots of trouble from everywhere. Very, very greedy, their leader. Believes the Dark Dweller and the Taker of Life are gods. He takes others like pilgrims.
What does he do with them?
He simply adds them to his town. He understands more about the Valgost than ours. Whether this is good or bad, I don't know, but there's interesting magic in the Valgos that we can't find. It is rumored that Zophiel knows some of this magic. People say that he does things that other people cannot do.
Like what?
He can summon the Valgos wherever he goes.
My goodness.
He can travel through the mountains as if they are water.
Hey, while this conversation's
can
going
curse.
on, just so you know, I've been in the background there where the table and the food was set, sniffing all the different cups that have been offered to us to drink from. If it's anything non-alcoholic, I toss it, and I refill it with the wineskins so that everybody has plenty to drink. I have 4 wineskins. I don't know how much it takes. I'll just mark off a full wineskin and say everybody gets a drink.
I mean, there's alcoholics. Most of it is not alcoholic, but there's alcoholic stuff, and it tastes nasty. But it is alcoholic.
Well,
Then
I'm
I
sure
will-
Hyrule will drink it.
I will do what I said, and I will push the alcoholic things that are gross to the side. But I will say nothing because I'm going to commit to the bit here that I apparently don't speak a language these people know. Because I started that way, I don't want to get busted later for talking.
Art.
He says, and one story is the worst. It is said that Zophiel can curse a man, that his tongue becomes a serpent, and eats
Literally
him
or metaphorically?
from the inside out.
Ugh.
But
Sounds like an isolated die.
these are all stories, yes. And if he comes here, we will protect you.
Well, that's reassuring.
What is this place called?
I named it last game, and I totally forgot what the name was, and I didn't write it down. I'm so bad.
It was 2 weeks ago. We all forgot.
It was 2 weeks ago.
Well, let's just go to our very
Merrick.
active
Merrick.
comment section with all
This
of
is-
our fans.
that's
See
what it
if
is.
any of them remember.
Good. No, if you don't have inspiration, give yourself inspiration, Crystal. This is the town of Merrick. I'm gonna write that
Okay.
down.
So after
No idea where
she
it is on the
says-
map.
After she says we'll protect you, I'm gonna cut it and go. How will you protect us though if he's so powerful? Do you have some special weapons or something you can use against him?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
I like how she thinks.
I mean, we don't want to be murdered in our sleep.
Ooh.
wow.
Good. Wow. Hey. She says.
I seem very concerned.
She says, "We are going to go and kill him."
Ah, so you have a way to do that then?
We have an army.
Ah, well that does make me feel much better.
I really want someone to have a reason to say something to the effect of "We have a Hulk."
We have a Hulk.
I mean, maybe if there was a barbarian in the group, but alas.
This
We
doesn't
don't have a
work with the-
barbarian, sorry.
I was actually thinking about.
We don't
making
have
a
any
really-
orcs.
I was thinking about making a funny, like dumb
What are
barbarian
those
next
stone people called?
time. Every time he makes an entrance, he just goes through a wall. Ugh.
Like the Kool-Aid Man. That'd be a lot of destruction, a lot of angry people.
Yeah,
gotta
he'd
play-
be like, "I'd cool the drinker."
You gotta play a
I feel
smart
like we get
barbarian.
arrested together next time.
You gotta play a smart barbarian. You gotta be like, oh
Barbarian?
yes, I've definitely read his works. It's very nice. And are you a flat earther? Anti-science people, die!
That would be
So a
awesome.
wizard barbarian.
He could be like the Neil deGrasse Hulk.
The credible Hulk.
Oh yes, I was in the last town. I slayed 5 anti-vaxxers.
He's the incredulous Hulk.
And as a bonus, one of them was actually a
Oh no.
care certificate.
All right, and we're back. Apparently, Wirecast crashed. I don't know how much y'all missed, but yeah, my streamer crashed, and a lot of people went out and took a break because of it.
And we went off topic anyway, so
We did kinda,
we were having a bit of a laugh.
but I don't know what, like how much was missing. I do a lot here, and I can't notice everything.
Yeah.
That said,
Oh, kitty butt.
yeah, a kitty butt.
Literally kitty butt, yes.
Here's our
So she was asking questions to the guard. Iceling was asking questions to the guard. The guard said that they are going to go and kill Zafil, the leader of Amo, where they just came from, because she rolled a very good persuasion check. That's exactly what they didn't want to tell you.
No?
Although right now I'm kind of struggling with whether or not we should actually tell the other town that, because they don't sound like the good guys.
I feel like they had that Hagrid moment, where it's just like, I shouldn't have told you that. No,
Yeah.
said that at all.
Don't tell anyone I told you that.
Which I think he did that every movie.
Assassinate him.
I mean, they were kind of nice to us until they imprisoned Reese for one of them feeling insulted by Reese's comments. So,
which was just a joke.
Yeah.
Well,
it wasn't even a joke.
Like a very nice dude, honestly.
I look over at the
when
the
you're
guard
in
and
North
go,
Korea and you make a joke and you're thrown in prison, you're just gonna be sitting there going, "It was just a joke. Why am I doing hard labor?"
That's exactly what would happen. I accept that I'm that guy.
Sure, what's the issue?
All I said was Kim Jong ugly.
Kim Jong Poo?
You can't even.
It's just a joke, guys. You can't take a joke.
You can't even take a joke.
No.
I thought Un was the number of
the asshole.
centimeters in his penis. Un centimeter. What? This is funny.
I kid because I love.
Sometimes. All right, I look at the guard, and I say, "Tell me, is there anything? Has anything changed? Anything become to? How do I ask this question?
It's a good question.
Have you needed the Dark Dweller to protect this land from any new threats lately?"
The Dark Dweller. He is a strange one. We don't understand everything about the Dark Dweller. He claims to want to protect us, and he does help us. We can move very fast throughout all of Melost. But what he does is his business. We know that he does not like the Taker of Life and views that as a threat.
And the only way you can avoid dealing with the Taker of Life is when you bind yourself to one of those creatures.
You
from the
bind
water.
yourself to a Velgos. If you are an outsider, I do not suggest binding yourself to a Velgos.
Is
Of course not.
there
Though there are benefits to it.
Can you describe it, like in detail, exactly what that means? What it feels like, what the bonding is?
Are you actually talking to him?
Did you drop your? Did you drop your?
Yep, totally forgot. I'm really curious.
Oh my god.
They say
Luckily, this guy didn't do it first. He was the
these.
Yeah, the
these-
rest of the group just kind of like turns to him. It's like
We just give you a shut up, drop dead look.
Not me. I'm like,
My hands are in my beak,
whatever.
like I
but also, this guard has no idea that he wasn't speaking common before.
exactly.
yeah, Goro was the only
Oh,
one
God.
that he was trying
No,
to.
all of Goro's friends as well knew.
These worms, the Velgas, and she'll point to hers. They will burrow into you. They eat flesh. But if you have one burrowing into you and you travel to the obelisk, there the elder saith, they will judge you. And if they find you worthy, you will gain their power.
What kind of power?
It depends on who you are, but the more you are adjusted to the Velagos, the more you are in tune with the Sith, the more power you get. One of the great powers that can come from the Velgoths is the ability to change your body with any other of the Velgos. We don't change bodies with other people from other tribes, though. They are the enemy. We keep ourselves within our own. But if you wish to speak to Goro again, we can simply change our bodies, and you may speak with Goro again.
That's fine.
My eyes all widened in surprise. Crap.
We appreciate that. You've been very helpful
That is
already.
an impressive and interesting power.
But there are other powers associated with it. Increased speed, increased strength, increased intelligence, more powerful
Wow.
spells casting abilities.
Oh, when he says that, my eyes go wide.
But did you say there's a disadvantage to this as well? You said people who aren't from Maelost shouldn't bind with the Valgos?
There is no benefit to someone who is not in Melost.
So if you leave, you lose the bonus.
Okay, I see.
You are cut off from the Salith.
Yes, that makes sense.
And also, you'd have a thing that burrowed into you and you were totally good with.
And now it just burrows further. This out character, by the way.
I'm not out. I'm in character.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I still look to be considering it.
I smack you upside the back of your head.
I'm gonna whisper in Reese's ear, don't get yourself thrown in prison again.
And do nothing.
Quit insulting them.
Pick you away from my ear. How did you even get up here?
Oh yeah, that's right. You are a halfling.
Like jumping
I'm
up to
a
reach
very
your
strong
ear.
jumper, okay? You don't even know. I'm trained for this.
You can always just kick his shin.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I assume she does that. I have like calluses at this point.
Right, I do that all the
I have,
time
like,
anyway.
3
I'm
knees.
constantly kicking him in the shin. Shut up! Shut up!
Just permanent welts on your shin. So who's the leader of your
Shut
tribe?
up.
The leader of our tribe is a hard man named... No, not
Hardman.
that.
James
Yes.
Hardman.
That's exactly what I was about to say. He's a hard man named Hardman. Quite a ironic pairing, the two of them.
Named Frake.
Richard Hardman.
Frake?
Frake.
Frake.
Like Jonathan Frakes?
Not
About the S.
Frank.
He's only one man.
It's
He's not a whole bunch of freaks.
it's Jonathan Frakes, not Franks.
Oh yeah, like Jonathan Frank. He is our number one.
We are number one. Hey!
Oh man.
Good joke. Good joke.
Yes, our leader is Frank. He goes where he needs to do the most good.
Interesting.
As all good leaders should.
Well, I'm sure that we could talk your ear off for the rest of the evening, but perhaps we should start getting some rest.
Please.
Well, we haven't eaten yet, right?
There
I
is
assume we'll
food.
sit down and eat and drink.
Oh. Yes.
I'll
I'll.
walk over to the table and
Turn
look down and
around.
go, oh, look! They got us wine!
They do have alcohol.
I had
after
some
all.
food
Yeah.
and drink.
Let's see.
Riss said there's wine that he brought.
The plates look to be like chitin of like insects, but there are things on them that may be insect meat, but there's also like bird and
I'm gonna try a little bit of everything.
It's
Yeah, my character is
varied
too,
on how
sure.
good it tastes, really. They have salt, but other spices not so much.
How is
I
this
flavor-
reacting to the bird?
I was
Here's
gonna
the
say
thing,
because
Corey.
there's no seasonings. I mean,
Because-
there's no farms.
because I have
Me,
just
it's
fits
like-
in, my character, I'm assuming, is very cognizant of trying other people's other individuals' delicacies, even if they're disgusting, and that's why I know prestidigitation to flavor it however I want it to flavor, right before gobbling it down. So
You're
To be
like,
fair,
I want
the
this
wine
to
is
taste like
good,
a
'cause I
hamburger.
yeah,
I wasted cash. The wine is good. You can reflavor it if that's your thing. But so
You
no,
know
no,
what?
the wine
if
I'm
you
gonna drink.
enough
I'm talking about all
wine,
the
everything
food.
will taste good.
Yeah, all the food I'm gonna eat, but I'm gonna flavor it however. If it tastes gross to me, I'm gonna go, oh well, now it tastes like this, so fine, I'll eat this now.
I'm just
But
looking
just
at
to be
like the
polite.
random creatures you can run into here, and it's all like, yeah, it's there's not great stuff here. It's a hard life.
Yeah,
It's a hard knock
familiar walks
for
in.
us.
He's got a lemming, and you're like, what kind of rodent is that? That's a weird looking rodent. You have to go get a
And
book
a
to
hamster
look it
or
up.
Okay, food, drink, sleep.
Y'all can rest for 8 hours.
I like that plan.
Restoring a little
Eat-
bit of HP.
Eat, drink, and sleep.
You don't restore all of your HP, all to
and spell
max,
slots too.
and
hit
spell
dice.
slots and abilities, all those things.
According to my character sheet, I was already at full, but you know what? I'll take a nap anyway because it's free.
And it's free.
Yeah, I'll totally take a nap.
Yeah, I think Geppetto is trusting enough of these individuals. Unless
I was
someone
gonna say
wants
my
to-
character's naive enough.
Maybe like one of us can take a shift to see if anyone like tries to put worms in our tents.
I'm already snoring. Too late.
Yeah, not it.
Fine, let the one who can actually conjure lightning take the first shift. But then again, he's got no more spell slots for that, so
Like
We
we would
believe in you.
know.
So Geppetto will probably like keep at least one eye open just to kind of say, or like try to keep awake as long as
Right,
possible
right.
until
You're gonna-
one of the others can.
You're gonna sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight.
Maybe have Iceling take the next shift so he could get some rest.
That's what
Yeah,
happens.
that's fine.
Then Rockland
I'll
too.
do that.
That's what
Mhm.
happens
then-
when enter night, exit light. Take my hand.
Take my hand. we're off to
Bro, that's so deep.
Neverland.
So deep.
So deep.
So deep.
Yeah.
So these are the
I'm
lyrics.
14
of our
and
lives.
this is deep. Have you ever seen that subreddit?
Y'all rest for 8 hours. You can get everything back. What you do after that, it's up to you guys.
It's up to
But
you.
there's food,
Well-
there's pillows and beds and all the good stuff.
We got the information we came for.
You did. What you do with that is up to y'all.
True.
So probably once we exit the town, Geppetto will say, "We don't
There's
want
something-
to tell Amal this information, do we?"
There's something very weird going on here.
Yes.
Well,
I get
and
that
do
feeling
you?
too.
That's the question. Do you exit the town first, or are you sitting? You gonna
No, I'm
discuss
sitting in
this
the tent, still talking before we leave.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So Geppetto won't bring it up until like we're like out of earshot from Merrick.
Okay,
Like,
you're still in the tent.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Tarek, you
I
were
still
Harold
say
saying
that. Yeah. There's something very weird going on here.
How so?
He looks around, and then goes, "We are here for a reason, correct? We are here to stop a disturbance. And from what I can gather, it seems like this disturbance has to have something to do with those creatures that everybody is binding themselves with.
I would say that is a possibility.
It could be.
I'm wondering if it's having a negative effect on all of them. Maybe that man in Amel who has his special abilities may be antagonizing thing, making things worse.
Well, how do you propose we figure that out?
I don't know. I was hoping that we could find out more about the culture of this place, but if there are very isolated tribes, it is hard to get a clear vision on who might be the one in charge.
Well, they
These
don't
people-
seem to.
I was gonna say that these people look like anthills, with one like controlling queen, and all the people are no longer important or individuals. They all just kind of serve. I think we're looking at two boring anthills. I don't have a preference, except I want our stuff back for you guys.
Well, we have the information to get that now.
I mean,
Should we grab something from this town that's specifically this town, so we'd be like, boom, not only do we have information to share, but this is proof we went there and are not just making shit up.
Like
take
what?
the
I don't know. Do
dishes.
they have uniforms on their soldiers out there?
No.
Well,
Everyone
whatever
here is
we
naked
do-
and bald.
I'm definitely curious about the obelisk and the ritual that goes into that binding. I'd really like to be able to see it, even if nobody is
It could-
looking to bind to a Valgas.
I don't think they're going to be very likely to show that
minor
to outsiders.
substance, Where our pilgrims welcome to at least look upon it.
Well, pilgrims was a thing from the last town. This town isn't into that.
Yes, it's not a religion here.
All right, it's a voluntary thing in this town, at least. You think the Dark Dweller might have a little more information to share
It's
about
possible.
The Dark Dweller didn't seem to know what happened to a bird after it released it. I don't know
Yeah.
what the Dark Dweller actually knows that's of any use. It lives in its own little stupid world.
Still sore about those feathers, huh, Reese?
Wouldn't you be?
It is protecting.
Not that you don't look
something.
cute bald. I mean, you're kind of adorable. It's like your shoulders are blowing a bubble. Just saying.
I kick you in the shin really hard.
Oh, Reese has the after 8 hours, he has the equivalent of like bird stubble. But nobody else does. Everybody else is super bald.
Is that
You are
down?
so
Smooth and shiny.
You're like a dark sun dwarf over there, Crystal.
I don't know what that is.
Half
I'm
dwarves
a
in
nerd.
Dark Sun are called mules, and they're 100% bald.
Well, they're not dwarves. They're half dwarf, half human.
That's what I said. Half dwarves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if he's the only one who's growing anything back, we may need that ritual done on all of us.
Okay. Didn't think it would be a permanent thing, but all right. No one's supposed to leave hair around here, says the Dark Dweller.
I mean,
I
it makes
guess there's
sense
some kind
everybody
of
around here
Scar
is
tissue
bald.
or something that has to be healed first.
Hey, maybe you can make money with this. You're like, hey, who wants hair? I can give you hair. I think that would sell.
It might.
Praise nature.
Then again,
Well,
they might
at least until they go back in there.
be upset that there are people with hair running around. You know, the nail that stands out gets hammered.
I think that's
That's
just
true.
called haters. They're jealous.
I won't drink your haterade.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sneak you into people's houses while they're sleeping. And you're gonna restore their ability to grow hair. We're just gonna do this for years now. It's our new thing.
Yeah. Step 3, a bunch of question marks. Step 4, profit. Okay.
Exactly.
Work with me.
All the tribes split up to the Baldies and the Harrys and see where this goes.
Ever notice them star-bellied snitches? What were those things called?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it
The
was.
war begun. We don't
It
know
was
what
Dr.
day it
Seuss
started,
thing, I don't
but
know.
oh damn it,
What?
I froze. I was gonna say we don't know what day it happened, but the war began. But days are really hard to keep track of when there's no light.
All the tribes lived in peace until the Hair Nation attacked.
They were fabulous.
And I think the one that was leading the charge was the one who styled his hair like a greaser. That greasy bastard.
Pompadour. Well, we may have ended up here by accident, but we did have a purpose when we set out. To find out what was happening to art. To creativity. And we do still need to take care of that purpose.
Do they give me these brain-controlling worm things?
It may be, it may not be.
We have no way of knowing if there's a connection there yet.
The
Right,
least
should
we
just go ahead
can
and kill
do
all
is...
brain-controlling worms and just be safe.
And how would you suggest we do that?
Poisoning the water well, the watering well, watering hole.
Are we
Where do
sure
people
that
get
it's
water?
not already poisoned?
Wouldn't that just kill all the people anyway?
Kill the worms.
So you want to kill people and the worms?
No! Unless they're already servants of a worm thing that wants to murder us, then maybe.
Jeez, Reese.
If they're all already controlled, I don't know.
If they're controlled, then they're innocent.
And yet they'll still murder us.
I thought I was the one who went around killing people.
Yes, why are you doing bee crap?
What?
Well, at least I get paid when I do it.
I mean, we can mug them. I'm about options. I'm just not about being murdered by worm-controlled people.
Well,
Maybe we
could
should not talk about
ask
that.
around about, art?
I told you.
Yes.
My bad.
The tent is nicely decorated, yes.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe
those are
we
nice
should
decorations. Holy crap! How did I
See
know?
whether people are still creating here.
I looked directly over at the guard.
Well, you're in a tent. Inside.
That's
they're
what
outside.
that's what I was gonna say. We
Yeah, I thought we were off by ourselves.
You have your own private tent to, like, make sexy time in, and then the guards are
Oh.
outside.
Nobody told me.
All five of us.
Misused,
Yeah.
I misused the time then. I didn't realize that's what it was for.
You could have, like, summoned some sexy potty ghost.
apparently all of us misused the time. Then none of us realized that.
Look! Okay, I set aside the
that
time for
Geppetto's
you
been
as the
masturbating
game
the entire
master.
time.
What you do with that time is up to you, but I have certain expectations, okay?
God wants us to have an orgy? No.
God.
A player who is not DTF.
Yeah. Look,
First he tells us to
Most-
eat children, and now this.
most people call me the Dungeon Masters, but I prefer Games Operational Director, okay?
Oh, well, I think Dungeon Master sounds more fun.
Turn that into a... Well, there was that. I was about to say,
You say differently tonight.
turn that into an acronym. Turn Games Operational Director into an acronym if you don't know what I'm talking about out there.
You're a dog, and I'm dyslexic.
But yes, the guards are on the
Dyslexic
outside. If you want to go out
agnostic.
to see the guard high roll, you can go do that.
You should just stick like a needle through the canvas and poke a guard and be like, "What happened? Must have been a bug."
Yeah.
That was
Because
one
I
hell
want-
of a skeeter right there.
Because I totally want to get murdered by a bunch of weird people.
So high roll, what are you doing?
I walk out to the front of the tent.
All right.
Where the guards are?
turn towards you.
They
Have
immediately
a,
tear you
um,
apart for leaving the tent.
I have a strange question for you. As a visitor to this place where we were not aware that we would be coming, would it be possible to collect some form of trinket or art created by your
Souvenir?
people that we could remember our time here well?
Make a persuasion check.
Where's your tourist shop?
I was gonna say.
Here's a
It's
shot
called a
glass that
souvenir
says
where we come
Maylost.
Can I have advantage because I just fit in?
No.
It's just all solid
I
black.
went to Maylon,
Yeah,
and all
sure.
I got was this
Because
stupid T-shirt.
You have that background that you just fit in. Sure, you can have advantage.
That was only
Sweet. That
one.
is so. Yeah, I know because it
Just
took
roll it
forever
a
to-
second time.
Got it.
Well,
Fantastic.
I'll make a roll to see how well they're like. Because a
I'm
10,
really good at this, and
a
I
10
roll
isn't
some
bad.
really bad rolls.
a 10 isn't like terrible, but
Yeah.
It's not
Well, yeah,
good.
but the 4 that I rolled to get the 10 is pretty bad.
they're like. She's like. She says, you should just leave Maylost. It is better that you do not remember us.
We don't give souvenirs to outsiders.
Yup.
What you're saying is I should just steal all the towels from inside. Okay, I get it. Thank you.
What are you talking about? This is not
Aren't
the
you gonna
ripple
do
off.
that anyway?
There are plates and like cups and stuff in there. There are pillows and tapestries and such.
They're not monogrammed.
You stuff a tapestry into your bag.
It's not a keychain that says Hyrule on it.
You never have my name at these
On the
places.
bottom,
I
does it say
slap the
"Made in
fucking-
Malon"?
This pillow is from the Merrick Sheraton. Okay, just saying. It's filled with the bed bugs from it. Look.
Look, just
accurate.
take the terry cloth robe and go.
I'm using this. This is my new mage robe. Get it? Because I'm a mage and it's a... Shut up! Okay? Don't judge me.
Flammable, that might be a problem.
I just want to point out.
Going to the desert in Dubai was better than this.
I just want to point out that I have a cat bed right over there, and my cat's been sleeping there this entire time, except for just now, where she got up, walked 3 feet, and laid right back down on the floor, where there is no bed.
Well, she
And
was
is sound
exhausted
asleep.
after all that napping.
And she's super cute.
I mean, maybe she just needs some like a solid surface. Is like I floated for too long.
It's too comfortable. It's too
Well, it's
comfortable
like I
on the
got
bed.
my cat, the cat tree that has the little hidey hole, and he sleeps inside a cardboard box. I mean, go
So
figure.
your cat's a nihilist.
God isn't real. Comfort is an illusion.
Exactly.
Sorry, can you keep a Planescape here? The cat
Yes.
is in the
I'm sorry.
yes. Back to
Bleak
Planescape.
Cabal.
The bleak cabal. There.
Okay, you can, I guess, steal something from in the the tent if you want.
I shall
I don't actually want to steal anything. I was trying to get them to give me an insight into how they create art or what they would value as art, but I failed in that.
Yeah, you failed. You're a failure.
Yeah. I just walk back inside and go, these individuals are so dense. As I whisper that to myself as I walk over toward the group.
Well, not everybody has great wisdom.
I don't know how more straightforward I could have been. Perhaps one of you would have a better chance.
Maybe you should just ask Iceland to go forward and snakes come, into her pouches. Nothing personal, Iceland. You're just smaller and seem to be really good at that shit.
We could always just ask directly what's going on artistically in this world.
They seemed quite dismissive and insisted that I leave this place without looking into the arts of this world. So, again, perhaps somebody else might give it a try.
I thought you were looking for a souvenir.
You know what? I am actually quite curious about riding one of those wasp creatures. Maybe I could have someone teach me to it, and I could probably learn a thing or two while being guided.
I actually want to see that a lot.
Well, you'll get your wish, Riss.
Why imagine him as retiring into a wasp jockey? I have no idea.
Excuse me while my hive will protect me from for this evening.
They weigh you before every race to make sure you're at least 30 pounds.
Multi-class into a paladin, get a flying wasp mount.
From now on, though, Geppetto, I need you to make your S's into Z's.
Better?
Sure.
All right. But anyways, like Geppetto will take the time.
Anyways, drag it out.
All right. Anyways.
There you go.
All right. There we go. So Geppetto will take the opportunity to ask to see if he can probably be given some lessons on riding those wasp mounts.
You're going out to the guards and asking them?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
They turn to you and they say, "You are not staying here. You are leaving Melost."
Well, I just want to try something to remember Melost, at least.
You are leaving Melost.
All right.
If you want something to remember Melost, write it in your journal.
Can he make like a persuasion check or something?
Not for that.
Okay.
Well, it
They're just
gives
like,
the guard
"Hell
a
no."
sexy look.
Are you?
I don't have that much charisma, dude.
He looks at she looks at you and says, "What are your intentions here in Merrick?"
In Merrick? Well, we were just traveling around and we just came across Merrick after.
How did you come to Melos to be lost here? How did you become lost? Find Melost.
Well, you see, there's an infinite staircase, and we just found a door that led over here.
Tarek, don't forget you still have advantage this game too.
You should go back to your infinite
automatic
staircase.
success.
That's a special thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell your friends, Melost is a dangerous place.
All right. So essentially, he's going to turn around, thank her for the information. Once the flaps are closed, and he knows that only everyone else in the group can hear him. Pause for trying to convince him in getting any information. So I got nothing.
Nailed it. All right, so we're all back in the tent, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, these people aren't going to be very forthcoming with things. They want us out of here.
So do we have to offer to join them and be a part of their resistance or learn crap about them so that we could then defect to go back to the first people to then let them know what we learned so that we could then get your crap back?
No. We already have information for that.
Do we have enough?
Oh, I think so.
All right. Then let's get the hell out of here.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the plan. The other town might be a little more forthcoming once we've given them their information. At least they didn't want to kick us out immediately.
Can we all agree right now
That is
not
true.
to worms made our bodies for superpowers?
Yes.
Okay, so because we're all agreeing to this, if we see one of us doing something later that is against this, we'll assume you are mind controlled and stop you. Everybody agreed?
Can
On
we
what?
just, for a minute, just talk about what you mean by when you say stop you?
Like, I don't want to kill you. I want to save you from sticking a worm in yourself.
Okay, so rip the worms out of whomever's chest.
All right, don't
I approve.
no murdering
Right.
each other.
Right, early bird gets the worm. Got it.
That's unrelated to breakfast. Why do y'all know
Are we
old
saying
weird
Riss is
breakfast
gonna
saying?
eat the worms?
No, I want to know why you know a weird, very Aarakocra breakfast saying outside of the Aarakocra Society. That is our thing. I feel this is cultural appropriation. Shame on all of you.
Birds
I
and
was
nature.
just trying to
Cultural
acknowledge your people's rich and illustrious heritage. That's all. I didn't mean any insult by it. I just, we're friends. I have Aarakocra friends.
One? Is it just one?
It's a little like a bigot when you say that.
I know, that's the point.
Look, is eating at an Aarakocra restaurant cultural appropriation?
Yeah.
It might be. It might be.
Only if you order
I
the
don't
burritos.
know, guys.
then
In
yes.
dwarven towns, it's the early worm.
Bird Ritos. You get it because they're birds. All right, never mind.
Are you high right now there, Derek?
No, that's fucking
Bird burritos. That's
Okay,
what
we're streaming. Don't
No,
forget we're
bird.
streaming.
Bird Doritos. Damn it, I love word mashes. You guys suck.
I understood, Tarek.
I'm not judging. You're welcome to be high. I don't mind.
Can I reiterate? We're streaming right now.
They are going to crack. One of us may well be in California right now, but actually won't be until next week.
Just saying.
So, are we going to the obelisk?
Yeah, okay. I don't care.
They,
Whatever y'all think is right.
the people
I
here
think
don't
it-
seem
I
very
just think
cooperative.
we have enough info. We can go.
We
But
do.
look into this obelisk. Okay.
How
I'm
much of a
curious
time
about the
limit did the? How much of the time limit did the other?
They didn't give us one.
Yeah, I don't remember a time limit.
They
what I
just said
thought.
that if we want our stuff back, we have to come back with something.
Am I wrong, Corey? Was there a time limit?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
That's what I thought. So if there's no time limit, we could use the time we have returning with our information to go and investigate a little bit more about this place, this realm. There's still more that we need to understand in order to find a solution to what is tainting this place.
Well, yeah.
So are you recommending we investigate more in the first town?
We can investigate anywhere, but I was suggesting perhaps going to the obelisk.
I'd say going to the
Something is
obelisk,
happening there.
and perhaps
obviously.
another town.
What, isn't the obelisk a place in this town?
Is it?
Where is the obelisk?
Yeah, I could have sworn that.
That's a good question. Perhaps somebody should go and ask the guards.
Yeah, didn't the
The
guards?
guards
Oh,
are pretty sick of us.
Elsewhere.
Fine, I'll go. I turn around and walk over to the guards.
Okay, you go out to see the guards. She says,
Oh, God.
"Oh, are you ready to go?"
Now
Just
we're
about.
all going to end up in
On our-
jail.
I have one question for you.
First
before I
time?
go. I'm taking notes about my experience here in Maloth, and I want to be as detailed as I can be.
Why doesn't he
Could you
just
tell me-
say we're spies?
From here, how would I get to the obelisk?
It is core word from Elm. The Dark Dweller can take you,
Okay.
See,
though.
I appreciate it.
You should go home.
I indeed will. But there are landmarks that you mentioned that I thought would be relevant if anybody else were to come here from where we are from.
If you are not bound to Velgos, you goes to the obelisk. The Seath will kill you.
That is definitely good information to know.
It is dangerous here in Malost. You should go home.
Dangerous indeed. But we are the type of folk who try to help take care of those dangerous things.
Oh, you are here to plumb the danger. This is different from what you said earlier.
Well, we are lost here. There is obviously danger here, and we wish to try to alleviate that danger in order to return to where we
Make
need
a
to go.
persuasion check.
Okie dokie. I succeed.
Okay. Good on you. They say, if you want to help, we are going to destroy Zolful very soon. You could come with us, destroy Zolful.
And your aim to destroy Zolfos, is it simply because of a resource discrepancy? Or do you feel that there is something more sinister that he is?
He is too powerful. He has powers we don't know. He is a threat to all of us.
Ask him for money. I don't know where this came from.
Howard, I totally would ask him for money, but I know because we bartered with people earlier that they don't appreciate any form of money except for bartering goods.
I'm sorry, I meant ask him
so-
for magic items. Whatever makes you happy, man.
Cool.
Didn't say to us.
That is a very interesting proposal. I will take this information to my associates and see what we can agree to. And if they are all on board as I am, then we shall help you. I will bring back an answer shortly.
Oh.
I give her a good nod and then I back into the tent again.
Okay.
And I walk up to everybody else and go, well, turns out that there is something we could do to assist these fine fellows.
What's that?
Fine, we're controlled fellows.
Yes.
What do they want us to do?
They want us to go back to Amel and destroy the leader there that we spoke to.
Well, if he's dead, you would get your stuff back.
True.
And then there's a lot of running after.
Do we know if we can actually kill him?
He seems like just a human.
Apparently,
I
he has a
have-
bunch of powers from what the stories say. I don't know if they're true, though.
I have quite a bit of fire welling up within me, and perhaps that will prove beneficiary.
Is this whole town willing to fight for him, though?
More than likely, I would assume so.
So, would we be outnumbered?
If his whole town can be him, that is a good question.
They'd know immediately if we were attacking him. They're all connected.
I was arguing pro killing controlled people. If your plan is to kill the bad guy by killing everyone that's controlling, that's just going to be an entire town of murder.
There's that.
I was saying it in self-defense, but planning to murder a town, that's a different story.
Well, they are able to switch bodies, and what if, like, he does, like, you know, switch to another person?
Are they willing to pay us if we kill him? Is this a paying gig?
Question.
I'm sure we could discuss that with them.
I mean, I don't kill people for free.
I don't know much about their culture to find out if there is anything of actual value that we could take back with us. They wouldn't tell me that part. But I do know that they traded supplies before when we were asking for assistance with the Hornet Riders. So if we are willing to accept supplies, I'm sure that we could make some kind of arrangement. I don't know what the extent of their creative powers are. Again, I'm not sure that they have.
On some kind of barter system.
They did say something about having precious metals within the formations, the rock formations, but they also said they had no need for it.
There you go. They have no need. They should be more than happy to pay us with it.
If they have no need of it, then I don't think they would have any mining equipment or any way to loose it from the ground.
Exactly.
So we
That's
tell
a
them
good
to
point.
have an
They seem
industrial
rather
revolution
primitive.
and call us when they're done.
When your civilization reaches the point where you can start mining for useful metals, call us back and we'll come and grab our bounty.
Sounds fair to me.
All right, so they said they're planning to assassinate this guy already. So what, they want us to go with and help?
Yep,
Yeah, basically.
that's what they said.
They also said that we could go to the obelisk through the Dark Dweller
Oh, well, that's faster.
directly.
Why don't we just do that then?
Do that Bernie thing again? Because I'm against that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that.
I think we have already been
It only has to
cleansed.
cleanse you one time.
Oh, well, I'm sure.
Let's see. I don't like the idea of possibly having to kill an entire town because they can switch bodies. But
Yeah, that's like a lot of
maybe
work.
they've come up with a plan
Yeah, isolate
for
our
how to
thinking
avoid
council.
that.
We need we know what the, at least from what we can tell, we know what the leader of the town looks like, as we discussed with him. Perhaps his ability ceases to function if his worm is made deceased.
That's just the theory, though. We don't know.
Of course, but sounds reasonable to me. And as you all know, I am quite the reasoning fellow.
Oh,
Hyrule
Are
As long as you have a
you-
backup plan.
as he like rubs a beard that doesn't exist anymore.
are you considering that you might try to go back to him, tell him that you have the information, and while you're there, kill his Valgas?
Indeed, yes.
All right, but we need a
That's
backup
totally what I was
plan in
talking
case that
about.
doesn't work.
Rather clever, really.
What are you going to do if it doesn't work? You need a backup plan.
I mean, I'm a fairly good fast talker in most cases, but I could always just teleport out of there.
The main problem with this is
But I would also not be able to see my way back.
Nobody in Merrick knows that we've already been to Amel. And if we tell them we have been, they'll be suspicious.
But we can tell them that we will travel to Amel and try to convince them that they will accept us as wanderers or pilgrims. And perhaps gain the drop on them that way.
Just be
Yes,
careful in how you phrase it.
We'll go there saying we are pilgrims and that we want to see their leader.
For the joining.
That might work.
Be sure and ask, like you don't already know, that joining is a thing in Amel.
Well, we already know that they've mentioned people going as religious pilgrims.
Yeah, just saying, act as ignorant as possible about Amel and their ways. In fact, ask for their advice. Let them explain to you, even if you already know it, because you never know. They might give you extra information. At the very least, they might assume you don't already know stuff.
To enact this plan, or shall we go on our own way and investigate further?
Well, do we have a way to investigate further without incurring the wrath of every controlled worm person here?
I mean, we could always go to the obelisk and do research at the obelisk. I don't see why they would attack us if we do that.
I vote for us doing that first.
Okay. Seconded.
I'd rather not get in a war with an entire town.
That's surprising.
Without pay.
Okay.
We know you, Iceling.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm still
You
willing
work for free?
to. I'm still willing to haggle and negotiate. I just wanted to make sure everybody was willing to do so. If we are willing to do so, I can try to finagle some reward out of them.
I also don't
So
want
that
to
is
die,
true.
so there's
So
that.
is fairly morally ambiguous, but I suppose acceptable.
Our main function here is, after all, to find out what's happening to Art.
That's my point.
And we haven't done that. In fact, we don't really have much of an idea of where
If
to
we
get
en-
the information.
If we endear ourselves to one of these two tribes, then we have someone who will trust us enough to fill us in on more details.
Hopefully.
Until we commit to doing that, we will be seen as outsiders who need to leave rather than be accepted as helpers.
Hyrule's got a point. I guess we can do this. Seems excruciatingly boring.
Yes, of course, high intrigue and assassination is also what I call boring.
So
I nudge Aisling.
So we act like we want to be part of this town for a while, take off and go after the other town, and will we ever at any point discover anything important here? Does anyone have a better plan to fine-tune that?
Well, I really can't decide which is the better option. To go and try to get rid of Zophiel, or just see what's at the obelisk. Because
Well, Zophiel may or may not be able to summon something called a Valgoth. They'd be able to burrow through the earth or breathe water. Wasn't Zophiel the one that could turn your tongue into a snake?
That's what the
Yes.
story says.
All of the above.
Yeah, see, someone took notes. Just saying. So, I don't want to face Zophiel.
Yeah, I'd rather not either unless we absolutely have to.
I fully feel like we are capable of doing so. He insulted us.
Fully crazy.
He insulted us. He put Riss in jail,
Yep.
and then he held our gear hostage so that we might spy on these individuals.
Right. So we could light the entire town on fire and murder everyone because they're all controlled by the same creature. And eventually get your stuff back and get the hell out of here.
If it doesn't
Or
get
pretend to be their friends, get your stuff and get out of here. The question is, how do we figure out what the corruption is?
Becoming friends with one of them hopefully will elucidate that.
What if they don't know?
I mean, someone here has to know.
I'm just saying it wouldn't hurt to do a little more investigation before we go starting a war.
All right, wait, maybe I should go talk to the guards this time.
I whisper to myself, I'm trying to stop a war, but
Okay, all right.
suppose.
Okay, go talk to the guards.
I go wander up to the, open the door.
You open the door. The guards are like, whoa, whoa.
Big old beak face. Hi.
Hello.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
You have smiths and stuff that work on armor, make stuff for you guys?
No.
No? Where's your armor come from?
They tap on their armor and it's like
Is it bug shells?
Ah.
Do you want armor from the bugs? We can make you a set
I would
for
love
a
to
price.
see more armor and more stuff that you guys make, because we're new here, and Mayloth is scary and dangerous, as we have been told. We would like to find ways to trade and barter with people to buy stuff that you guys make, so we can see what you make and how it defends us against whatever is scary here.
You should leave.
Okay, but you said it's scary to wander around, and we still think we should wear armor. And if you sell any, we could trade for it. Not
What do you
but
offer?
maybe the vendors.
What do you offer?
I don't know.
What do you want?
Rope any good to you guys?
Is what?
Rope?
We love rope. Rope.
I
is
have
good.
silk rope.
Rope and clothes. Your clothes are very nice. We could take your clothes.
I would be naked without my clothes.
You
But
would
you'd
have armor.
So I will have to talk to someone who makes some.
You could have your clothes. You could have armor. Wear that.
Yes, but I want to get better armor and all. Like, you're not a very good salesman. Do you have people that are making?
I am a guard.
That's my point. Can you direct me? Will you allow me to meet with someone to trade with them for armor or better
We
stuff?
don't have traders here.
Not that kind of trader. The other kind of trader.
No, we don't. We make things from necessity. If we don't need it, we don't make it.
Ah, well. All right. Thanks anyway. My head goes back behind the canvas, looks at everybody else. I shrug. These
He's
people are
leaning
fucking
back
useless.
to fall over in a fit of laughter.
Mind you, if you remember, in the town of Amel, they had traders. They had people that did exactly those types of things.
Yeah, that seems like what I remember and what I was kind of going off of.
Yeah.
I see it failed here. So like I say, I'm looking at everybody else going, I don't know, these people are useless. What do you think we should do? I relate basically what I just experienced in my voice.
Here's what I think. If we want to stop the war is going to happen. So they are going to attack Zofran. Regardless of whether or not we help them. That is their plan. They want to go and assassinate the leader.
Mhm.
So if we don't stop them, they may succeed. They have an entire army out there. If we do want to stop them, we have to come up with a way to fragment that army and stop them from killing anyone. Or prepare Amel for what could be a massive assault.
Well, you know what? Maybe we just go back into Amal, tell Zophiel what they're planning, and befriend them.
They might pay us in rope.
I mean,
We're gonna
I
be
did
like
give
the
mine
rope
away.
kings.
They did say they had a shortage of rope. Perhaps they don't have the material anymore to allow them to create this rope.
So we want to be the ultimate here. We need to find worms that can make silk, and preferably not control people. Put them into some sort of a container, bring them. And
Wouldn't
be
they
like,
kind of
"Oh,
be...
magic worm will not control you, and it makes this gooey string crap."
perfect for ropes?
Okay, I'm getting a crotch shot of Corey that I never wanted.
You're really bad at this, Corey.
There she is. There's my kitty.
He just look at his crotch and say, "There she is," because I didn't know he had a
Wait, why is
she.
my...
Welcome
What's
home.
happening? I'm very pro you're coming out, and I'm proud of you. I'm LGBTQ plus positive. Oh, plus is positive, right?
The plus means better.
Oh.
Well, you know what? Let's give everybody a week to think about their plan. We'll end the game here.
Yeah, this is like a point where it feels like we got to make a big decision, but I don't feel like we have nearly enough information to make that decision.
You can be on the side of Merrick and fight for them, be on the side of Almel, fight for them, or just go back to Almel and grab your stuff and go.
Yeah, but if we go, we didn't solve anything. We didn't fix whatever was
That's
going.
the real problem I'm feeling. I feel
Yeah.
like we could fib our way past these people and get y'all stuff back and get out of here, but we won't have solved any of the plot.
Yeah.
And we at least want to be
But I
able
feel
to
like the plot that we're getting
That.
pointed to is that war, right? That's what I'm wondering. Is that the thing we got to solve in order to fix things in?
Do we need the
place.
war to start before we can go, "Oh,
Look,
here's the
I
problem."
read this entire adventure, and it's more of a place to visit than a plot.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I get that feeling with
So
all
we
of
may
it.
already be done.
At least
But we wouldn't know that in character. It should act
That's
on it.
true. It's on you to create the story.
I have one. Oh yeah, I have one. Depending on anything that you do, something is going to happen. And,
Nice.
And I'm just
Okay.
waiting for you to figure out what you're going to do so I can make the thing happen that's gonna happen.
He's trying to figure out how badly he's going to screw us. That's
there's
what it is.
there's a trigger point, and
I'm still personally trying to figure out, okay, so what's the corruption here? Is it the Taker of Life? Is it the people of Amal? Is it Merrick? What?
They're all evil. Burn everything.
I can't give you
Are
all
we in
that
the
information.
abyss?
What I can do is say think about it for a week, and we'll come back next Friday. Thank you for watching. If you watched this entire video, you obviously liked it, so give it a like, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.